Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank to my supervisor, Miss Aseptiana Parmawati, SPD MPD, and Mr. Efransya, SPD Home, who always guide and help me in processing my research paper. So, before we are going to the next slide, let me introduce myself. My name is Arsy Anisa Safitri. I'm an English education student 2018 of Ikip Siliwangi. So, let's get started. Okay, the first is the title of my research. Okay, the title of my research is Developing the Narrative Text Material Using Project-Based Learning through Wattpad to Teach Writing Skill in 11th Grade Senior High School. Yeah, here are my presentation outline. There are 6 outlines. The first is background of research. The second one is objective of the research. The third one is significances of research. The fourth one is result. The fifth one is conclusions. And the last one is suggestion. Okay, the first is background of research. Based on the writer experience during the teaching practice program or PPL, she found that students were confused about writing and seemed less interested in writing. And in addition, there is a study from Rukun 2019 entitled They Use the Wattpad application to improve recount text writing skill for class 10 student of Semantiga Temanggung for the 2018 until 2019 academic year. And the study showed that the use of the Wattpad application can improve student skill in writing recount text. In addition, the use of the Wattpad application can make students pay attention to the lesson well. It also increases student participation in learning to write recount text. Then, in the result of his research, students were highly motivated to write recount text. Therefore, researchers are interested in developing research from Rukun 2019 by applying it to a different text, namely narrative text. Yes, the next line is objective of the research. Okay, there are 4 aims to the research. The first one is to identify the process of development the narrative text material using project-based learning through Wattpad. And of course, the second one is to investigate the feasibilities of development the narrative text material using project-based learning through Wattpad according to expert and practitioner. And the third one is to find out the teachers and student responses toward the narrative text material developed using project-based learning through Wattpad. And the last one is to investigate the challenges in developing narrative text material using project-based learning through Wattpad. Okay, we are going to next slide. Okay, the next is significances of the research. The first one is for students. For students to improve the quality of writing, especially narrative text, and make students better understand how to write narrative text, and make students can explore their writing more on social media, especially on Wattpad. And then the next is for the teacher. Okay, for the teacher can make understand student difficulties in writing narrative text to improve the method study and explore teaching material with new methods, especially Wattpad application. And for the other researcher, it can be a references for researchers who want to develop narrative text, Wattpad, or writing skill. And it can be motivate the other researchers to do research in the same files. Okay, we are going to the next slide. Next is the methodology of research. So this research use research and development or R&D based on Sugiono 2008, site in Solin and Hadi and Ginting 2021, also said that the development research was the study that creates some product through the test to know the feasibility of the products. And then the next one, the researcher used the research and development approach by adapting Borg and Gall 1987 model. They were 10 steps, namely the first is potential and problems. The second is data collection. The third is product design. The fourth is design validation. The fifth is sorry ya, di sini maksudnya revising validation. The sixth one is product trial. The seventh is revising product. The eighth product trial use. The ninth is revising product, and the tenth is mass production. And the next is subject of the research. The researcher used class 11 class, social and science with characteristic low ability in writing at one school in Cimahi. And therefore, instrument used by researchers, the first one is observation sheets, the second one is validation sheets, the third one is interview, and the last one is questionnaires. And the last is data analysis. The researcher use qualitative and quantitative data and use Likert measurement scale. So we are going to the next one. This is the result. The first one, the process of developing narrative text material using project-based learning through Wattpad consists of 10 steps according to Brook and Gall, 1987 modified by Sugiono 2016. Those are potential and problems, data collection, product design, design validation, design revision, product trial, revising product, trial use of the product, revising product, and mass production. And the second of the result is the feasibility of developing narrative text material with project-based learning through Wattpad according to expert and practitioner are qualified. Feasibility data was taken from the validation sheet filled out by Supervisor 1, Supervisor 2, and Practitioner with the result of 91% from Supervisor 1, 91% from Supervisor 2, and 87% from Practitioner. Okay. The third of result is a student responses to narrative text material with project-based learning through Wattpad is very good. The study received a positive responses from students. Limited research result got 83% in the strongly agree category, and wide research result got 81% in the strongly agree category. Most students are very interested in using Wattpad the application. This can be seen from the observation sheet filled out by researcher as a field notes and from the result of the questionnaire filled out by student as well as a student score in carrying out exercises in the module and the final project in the Wattpad application. And the last one of the result is the challenges of developing narrative text material with project-based learning through Wattpad faced by researcher is that in making models, it is difficult to find narrative text and practice question with an appropriate level of difficulty for 11 high school students. And in using a project-based learning approach, at the end of the lesson, the writer gave tasks and found difficulties to pressure students to submit the final project because student assumes that the final project at this researcher will not affect their grades. And then using the Wattpad application, researcher have difficulty dealing with students who are constrained by their damaged cell phones or insufficient memory to download. Yeah, the next one is the conclusions. The conclusion of the research, the first one is by carrying out 10 stages by Borg and Gall 1987, it can be concluded that the development of narrative text material using project-based learning through Wattpad is going well, and the product can be used in mass production. The conclusion of the second result, Expert 1 and Expert 2 validate that 91% of the products were fit for use, while the practitioner validate that 87 the products were fit for use without revision. And the third conclusion, this study received a positive responses from students. Limited research result got 83% in the strongly agree category, and wide research result got 81% in the strongly agree category. And the last one is in developing some of difficulties faced by researchers are difficult to find narrative text and practice question with the appropriate level for 11 high school students, difficulty in pressing students to submit the final project, and students who are constrained by their damaged cell phone or do not have enough memory to download webpad application. And the last is suggestion. There are 3 suggestions from the researcher. The first one is suggestion for the student. For the student, making Wattpad a learning medium as well as means to share ideas and hone writing skill, especially in writing narrative text. Not only that, make Wattpad also a means of reading wherever and whenever using your cell phones and with various genres you want. And the second is suggestion for teachers. In addition to Wattpad, teachers can be use other digital media that students can download via their cell phones, perhaps to hone skill other than writing, so that students get something new that doesn't make them bored in learning. And the last one is suggestion for the other researchers. The researcher hopes that this research can improve other researchers to conduct similar research on Wattpad application, project-based learning, and about writing narrative text that are more complex and better than this research. So guys, thank you for your attention. I think that's all of my presentation today. I really apologize. I have a lot mistaken in speaking or writing PPT. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.